This is 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello and welcome to 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Chris.
And I'm Rosie.
And today we are going to talk about a new invention that promises to influence our dreams.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. I love new inventions.
That's good, Rosie, but calm down, hold your horses, because we have to start with the usual challenge for our listeners. Now, I want to put a question to you, and the answer is linked to sleep and dreams. What do the former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, the former French leader Napoleon Bonaparte, and the famous English nurse Florence Nightingale have in common?
Well, that's difficult because I didn't think they had very much in common.
Now let me make it easier for you by giving you three options. So what did Margaret Thatcher, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Florence Nightingale have in common? Is it that they A, all dreamt of becoming farmers when they were children? B, that they all suffered from a recurring nightmare of being bitten by spiders? Or C, they all usually slept for just 4 hours a night?
Dreaming of being farmers. I dream about being a movie star.
Well, farmer or movie star, they ended up becoming famous due to their remarkable achievements. Now, I'll give you the answer by the end of the programme. Now, let's talk about this interesting invention that got you so fired up. It works in smartphones, Rosie.
That's so cool. I just adore my iPhone and have loads of applications on it.
An app or application is what Professor Richard Wiseman from the University of Hertfordshire has developed to influence dreams. It plays specific sounds to you while you're sleeping. You select the sound and the phone automatically plays when it detects you're dreaming and by monitoring your movements. Let's hear a report from the BBC's John McManus.
Professor Wiseman says most people have about 5 dreams every night, but if they're pleasant, they can lead to people feeling more positive and being more productive during the day. A recent survey found that most people would choose sounds that prompted relaxing visions, perhaps set in woods filled with birdsong. Others, though, wanted some nighttime adventure.
So, some people wake up feeling better after an agreeable or a pleasant dream. They're able to work more and are more productive. You know, I feel really sleepy when I get up, and I need about 3 hours before I actually feel awake.
And what sort of sounds would make your mind produce or prompt relaxing visions, Rosie?
I'm not too sure. But you know, I'm thinking about those nature CDs, the ones with the waterfall sounds and the birds in the forest and things like that.
Well, for me, a dream is all about adventure, all about going up a mountain and discovering somewhere new or exploring a new country. But it's good to keep in mind that this technology is in the experimental stage. They even plan to find a way so that when you wake up, the app will prompt you to feed back exactly what your dream was and how you felt.
So they are still working to develop this project?
Yes, they are. But let's listen to the final part of John McManus's report to find out how the technology might be used if it is successful.
A successful experiment could lead to new ways of treating depression and stress. It may also enhance creativity. Paul McCartney was said to have woken from a dream with the Beatles' hit Yesterday going through his mind, and Mary Shelley was inspired by a dream to write the horror story Frankenstein. Most of us, of course, will be hoping for sweeter dreams than that.
I liked the idea that it could make us even more creative. John McManus said that it may enhance creativity, and the mention of the ex-Beatle Paul McCartney is really enticing. He came up with so many great songs.
And the English novelist Mary Shelley was also very creative when she wrote the horror story Frankenstein.
I would have thought that Frankenstein is more of a nightmare.
Talking about nightmares, let's go back to our challenge, Rosie. I'll repeat the question and the 3 options, and you can guess the right one. What do the former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, the former French leader Napoleon Bonaparte, and the famous English nurse Florence Nightingale have in common? Is it A, they all dreamt of becoming farmers when they were children, but ended up doing something else? B, they all suffered from a recurring nightmare of being bitten by spiders? Or C, they all usually slept for just 4 hours a night?
That's a very difficult question. I think I'm going to go for B, The nightmare of being bitten by spiders.
OK, well, the answer is actually C. Margaret Thatcher, Napoleon Bonaparte and Florence Nightingale usually slept for just 4 hours a night. Most people would only feel rested after 7 or 8 hours of sleep. But for these guys, 4 hours would do.
That's incredible! So they didn't even have that much time to dream.
Or some people might say that they didn't even have time enough for nightmares either. Unfortunately, we've run out of time ourselves, and we have to finish the programme now. But we leave you with today's words.
And here they are. Hold your horses. Remarkable. Fired up. Application. Pleasant. Productive. Prompted. Enhance.
Thank you, Rosie, and that's all for today. Bye for now and sweet dreams.
Bye!
That was 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.